What up, Dragon Ball fam? It's your boy Eddie Hilaire coming at you today with the free version of my Dark Broly and Paragus deck profile. If you want the step-by-step, what am I looking for, how to mitigate floodgates, changes, and a bunch of stuff like that, I highly suggest you go to the PPG Patreon because everything will be on there. But in here, I'll do my best to help you guys out because this is a free thing, so it'll be quick. It's gonna be as in depth as the Patreon one. To start it off, we have the Dark Broly and Paragus Hilaire. Biggest thing I will say about this, guys, is always pick up the top 3 first. Don't really go pick up 5, because if you pick up 5 and you bottom deck, like say this guy's gone unless you reset your deck, which I go really into depth on the PPG Patreon. So pick up the top 3, look at it. If you have 2 out of 3 is 30K, pick up the 4th one. Hopefully the 4th one is it. If it's not, pick the 5th one up, then you do that. Okay. Backside. Don't forget, you guys want to awaken on your turn, because if you swing, that's 1 card, regardless if it's counter or not. You awaken, that's 2/3, and your other ability, which is activate main, is 4. So you get to draw 4 extra cards on your turn versus the 1, 2, 3 on your turn, so on your opponent's turn. So yeah, it's pretty good. Okay. The only super combos, in my opinion, that you can run in this deck are the that's this Vegeta, the Prince Strikes Back. The reason when you run this is because it's really important in my build specifically to make sure you want to bottom deck all your 0/0Ks and get 5+ K combos, just in case you're going for a game with one of your 30Ks or other battle cards or unison cards. Really good. As you will see in the deck profile, I don't play Heartfelt Plea. I just don't believe in it. I think there's too many, without going to like really depth on to mitigate it, I think there's too many ways to run into floodgates and lock yourself out. Heartfelt Plea, in my opinion, is only good against black decks. So in a main match, it's God tier. Against rejection, it's God tier. Against any black deck, it's God tier. But against red, you're not gonna be able to attack with it because you run to the Violent Rays. Against blue, you're running to God Sealing, or you're running to the Hero Prospect, so you still won't be able to attack with it. Well, you can, but you're gonna neg. Against green, it'll get popped by Charismatic, and if you're on a bigger more, you're still not gonna be able to attack. Against yellow, you won't even get your offering off, because if they have the Slug on board, they won't crit a life, and you won't draw life because Slug says you can't draw cards. Also, you won't be able to attack because of Vegeta Innocence on board. So, a bunch of reasons why I do not play Heartfelt Plea. But like I said, if you're playing against a mirror match, rejects anything that's black, it is free because black doesn't have floodgates. So, play the Vegeta super combos. Next one I do, and I'll see a lot of people doing it. I see the people play 2Os. I play 4 Hidden Power E Supreme Kai. Always pick this over Champa, because if hit ever comes back or something like that, that if you have a skill pops a card mid combo, you have to be able to call your thing. Now, if you know you're a player that struggles to call double strike and you're gonna get shark, just play the Champa. Play 4 of those. In my opinion, you have to play 4 because it mitigates things such as getting rid of unisons, the Vegeta unison of here, stuff like that. So going on to, I'll do this as a package. The next 8 cards are going to be your ball package. So as you guys can see in the Patreon video, I go really into depth on how important this card is and how to efficiently use this card. But your turn 1 play, it's usually, if you're turn 1, not turn 0. If you're turn 1, your turn 1 opening plays could be between a plethora of 1, 2, and the next 4 cards, which is 3. That's your turn 1 play. If you're turn 0, this is the only thing that comes out the picture, and you have these. The worst case scenario that you do not want to deal with is winning the die roll and not having a turn 1 or turn 0 play. It is neg of negs, my guy, like negative negs. It's bad. Avoid that. Moving on to the Dark Broly package, you guys know me, I like 4Os, I like consistency. In my opinion, consistency is key. Deck thinning is deck winning. That's a phrase I want to bring back into this game. I play 4Os everything of Dark Broly. This is just really good. Against aggro, Vegex, Majin Vegeta, play. They lose. You're unsure what to play because they don't really matter, play this. It's hard for you to mess up with this. They have Mecha Freeze on board. They have the Wolf. That says if you tap something, play this. You're going against something that floodgates you hard. They're at 4. You want to put it on the 3 so you can finish them. Play this. It's really good, guys. In my opinion, you have to play 4s each. The real reason I want to give you an example of why I want to play as 4s, shout out to this guy being a 0 plus 5k, is the following. If you play 3 of this instead of 4 of this, you open one, right? It's in deck, side deck, whatever it is. You open one. You now are in a position where if you charge this, you're in trouble. Because if you open this and you charge this, right, upside down because it's charged, now you have to hope that these other 2 berserkers are in your deck. Because if one's in your life or 2's in your life, that option is gone. Now, if one is in your life, the other one's in your hand, you better not, you can't, it's impossible for you to charge again because you don't know where that last one is. At least if you're playing 4, the chances of all the remaining copies being in your life or somewhere else, it's hard to none. So you'll see multiple times during my games, you'll see I charge multiple, like 2 is the max I'll charge for anything, but I can do that. But if you play anything lower than 3, I've been seeing people playing 2, that's just walling to me because once you charge 1, you're already at risk of not being able to play the other one. So really, really a no-no for me, at least in my book. The next 30Ks I play are going to be the, I'm not saying brainwash no more, 100% necessary, because the way you control your opponent's hand with Dark Broly is just by saying attack. They say no negates, you say no combos. You eat their hand or they take the life. You never attack offensively unless you want to make sure that damage is going in guaranteed. Say 30K and you chill out with it. This is really good because on the defensive, you can leave at least 1 energy open. So usually turn 3 you want to leave 1, maybe turn 4 you can have 2 open. Because if it's anything that's too big, you can just, and it's more than a single strike, it's like a double strike, quad strike, triple strike. You can say, okay, cool. You pay 1 energy, you crit a life, and you don't take any damage the rest of the turn. Worst case scenario, best case scenario, you out combo it. Best case scenario, you don't have to out combo it. You don't need to activate battle, you use it for overwhelm. If you have 6, you overwhelm, you'll put 3 back. You use your leader to put the other 3 back. So essentially it's a free overwhelm. Really, really, really good. Really need it at 4 so you don't get KO'd by aggro. The bread and butter of this deck, and I love it, so once you do it, the 3 and 3 package. If you win a die roll, play this turn 2. They're not going to stop you. Turn 2, they're going to have 1 energy. Unless it's red and they have violent rage, they're not going to stop you. This, a big thing I want to tell you, a lot of people do this to me. If they've kind of flashed it, all that stuff happens already. Like, it's gonna restand, a bunch of stuff's gonna restand. You can't Zamasu this because once I attack, it's in thingy. It's just right there. It's rested. At the end of it, it's gonna restand. I'm gonna get a second swing again. This is really, really good. Another big combo I want to show you with this: when you do get super floodgated, your hand is usually gonna be low. So, in an event that you want to play catch up because they started floodgating you, you swing, no negates, 35 double strike. Oh. You swing again, no negates, 35 double strike. It's just like that. You get quad strike attack off. So really, really, really good. The last 4 cards in the 50 card build is going to be the 4 Mecha Gabera, the Vulcan Shield. I know a lot of people, I've seen a lot of people go down to 2 on this. In my opinion, that's really, really risky because in Dark Broly Mirror Match, this is really, really good. Because in an event that they call Dark Broly 6, another reason why you play this, in my opinion, an event that they call Dark Broly 6 on you, they can only play, I can only play this now, which is technically like 2 Dark Broly swings because it's 2 25s, and this, which is really, really, really solid. And not only that, once you start running like mid to late game, you can start using your super combo to bottom deck cards like this, because this survives, because you use your blocker to block the attack. And then you just add this back for Mecha Gabera, which is really good. It's a really, really free loot. So that's that without going deep into depth on it, because like I said, it is on the PPG Patreon. So this was my sideboard for the webcam event. I pretty much took the same exact deck that I did from the In Real Life Invitational to the webcam Invitational, minus the sideboard. The sideboard was different because I wasn't sure if Legends was gonna play in the in the webcam event, so I didn't really too focus on him. But I know in the real life one he was gonna play, so I really made a deck to just mess him up, because at the time he was my only loss using. Like, I played this deck in 1, 2, in 4 or 5 events, and up until this weekend I've only lost once with that deck, and it was in top 8 against Legends. It was on stream. I'm cursed on stream. It was really, really bad. So before I get into the card I put against him, I have these Toas. These Toas are really, really good against Mecha Freeze. And I can't explain to you the importance of having this against just decks, period. Like, especially against Legends too. Like, with his Invoker deck. This is 20k. Guys, don't play that Piccolo Unison. That Piccolo Unison is a 10k. Mecha Freeze is going to attack into it and plus. Everything is going to attack into it and plus. Nothing wants to attack into a 20k. Especially when you're trying to attack into this. And I know you're trying to attack into this. And since I can't attack with my 30ks, I'll just sit on a blocker. So if it's anything that's like, let's say a War Cry or something that's double strike that's actually could threaten it, I'll just block it. So now I'm gonna force you to attack a 15 into this, so you're gonna give me a card. So it's really, really neg for you and really hard for an opponent to do it. But specifically against Mecha Frieza, it's hard for them because I'll just start warping their cards with this activate main. And if this ever gets to 4, I can just take whatever I want, period. That doesn't have barrier, obviously. I've seen this card. Shout out to my boy Dylan, who's on our team now. He opened my eyes to this card when he was playing against Legends. It was a Gamers tournament, I believe. It's the one that I won. He took his Apex. I'm like, I gotta look into this Toa. So this Toa is really, really good. Really, really, really good. The decks that sit there and try to floodgate me out, such as Violent Rays and stuff, it was a easy switch to just take out 3 SS4 Bardocks and just replace them with the Sun Goten Changing History. And this is essentially the same combo where the only difference now is I do it a turn earlier because I only need 3 in there, and that's a pitcher card. So if I'm pitching a card, it's probably gonna be a Dark Broly, so I can add it to my numbers. But it's the same concept. You swing, no negates, double strike. 25k double strike. You get to use Activate Battle as well to restand it. You pitch a Dark Broly, you swing again, and you just give it another double strike. It's easy ways to catch up for a life total, and it's easy way to also clear pesky things such as the Vegeta Unison of Fury. You have to be able to clear that card. So this, right? This is one of the replacements that I did from my original deck. I used to have the Son Goku True Fighting Spirits, but I figured, hey, that card, like baby players and blue players can still play through it. It just sucks for them because they have to neg. This they can't. If they tap 2 or they tap 3 for a floodgate and I just say no, you die that turn. Because the only thing you can do from there is D-Magic, and D-Magic pretty much means my attack went through. Meaning, if I time everything correctly, you're going to be at 1 life because you'll be at, for this, I'll use it. You'll D-Magic, you'll take a life, and I could just kill you with a double strike. Or if you're less than 2, I'll just go all in with any attack. Really, really, really solid. This just ends it. This was a theory thing. Like I said, I haven't played for like a month. You guys who did see me play, you guys could see the rust. It was really, really bad. But Haruharu, my thoughts on Haruharu was going against yellow and green for the big Amora loops because Roshi is not banned yet. This is really against green. But I'd also think this is against Mecha because, like I said, we do run the 4 double strikes, and if they're not awakened, even if they are awakened, if they use a United Symbol early, they can't use extra cards anymore. I'll just hit them with a double strike, and that's just that for that. But realistically speaking, they're gonna take out counterplay cards such as like Giant Ball and stuff like that. The reason being is because if they try to Giant Ball or anything, you can always, from the 1-drop, go to the 7, which tries to deflect. You can still take another card in their hand. I can still warp anything on board, so it's just neck for them to use counterplays. So once they take counterplay, I was gonna surprise them with that surprise factor and just hit them with the hard for free. Alright, so that's that. I go really into that in depth on, like I said, on the PPG Patreon of what to sideboard versus certain matches, what to hold on. But this is what I had in the real life. Like I said, in the real life one and in the webcam one, I would have taught both. The real life one I went undefeated as well, but I couldn't play day 2. So this is what I had in the real life one. It was still the 4 Toas. Really, 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 really good card. I had the 3 Gogeta Fearless Fusions, and I had this. Relatively speaking, I was just thinking, how will I just beat Legends without it really, really phasing me, right? So I figured against Blue Baby and stuff, I'll take the L because realistically speaking, I'll still beat them. They can still play their cards even though I'm not playing this instead, but I'll still beat them because I'm still streaming with 30 kids at the end of the day. But against Invoker, where he would Violent Raise me and he talk because he understands I can't do anything else, I just say, okay, cool. I use this and I'll pop his Vegeta barrier. Now, the beauty about that is now when he tries to attack things like this or this, I'll just block because this is a blocker. I'd never attack with this. Now, another beauty about it, he now has to combo on top of this because this is a 16k. Well, if he's unawakened, he's going to attack 15 into this. And if he combos, it's pointless for him because he knows I'm going to combo right on top of it. So he's just in a never-ending loop where he can't KO these unless he has a card such as Cool or something like that. Because if he uses any counter, he's still going to give a play on it. And the other card, the other 4 cards that I had, or 4 of these, I'm sorry, I didn't have them ready because I was not planning on taking them out of my Vegeta deck. Yeah, here it is. 4 of these. Really, really good. I really said during the Inner Life event, I said people are going to be trolls and play blue, so I just wasn't having it. So if you play blue against me in the Inner Life event, you were going to get beat because this is just the package that came in. So that was it. This is the deck profile. Be sure to subscribe to the PPG Patreon. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, or you want like one-on-one coaching on the good stuff, you can either join our team talks, or I can do it for free. Or if you're not able to do there, you can join the PPG Patreon. And then, like I said, when you become, I forgot what tier it is, you guys can actually pick what time group and stuff we actually come to you, play test with you one-on-one. There's a lot of players on our group. We'll make the announcement soon as our jerseys are getting printed. The team roster will be out soon. So thank you guys for tuning in. Unfortunately, I think the run with Dark Broly is coming to an end. And this with, I think I lost only 3 times in like 5 tournaments. I lost top 8, like I said, the first round of the last event, and the top 8 again. So really, really good deck. Half stats with it. A huge shout out I want to give is to my girls in gold, Heroes Lineage. I didn't have this card in time, but if I did, this would 100% be in the main board. You guys want to play Secret Rares, but this baby would have been like Dark Broly and Paragus and Heroes Lineage. All right, deuces, guys, love you.